Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Lux Party Favors by Nikki, and today I have part 2 of my Cupid box tutorial. If you haven't watched part 1, just go and look through my videos and you'll find it. Essentially in part 1, I just showed you how I labeled my box, and I do have these labels available in my shop, and I'll be sure to link it below. I don't have the labels yet available for the snacks that I'm going to be putting in there, but I'll be sure to make those updates and include them as well on my channel, or on my shop actually. So let's go ahead and get this party started. All right, of course, the first thing that I like to do is show you the materials that I'm going to use to make this happen. Just going to put this box to the side. All right, of course, you're going to need the labels. And I have a couple of labels here for the snacks I'm going to do. We have Chips Ahoy, Pringles, Capri Sun, Rice Krispie Treats, Nerds, Kit Kats, Reese's, Fun Dip. I printed 2. And this is the bottom for the Pringles. And again, I will, once I make the updates to these, I will link them in my shop. I have some crimping scissors. Got these from Amazon. I'll be sure to link those. And those are just going to give you the, the little fringy designs that you see on the bottom of your snacks. Okay. I have my paper crimper. Again, I'll link this as well. If you don't know where to find this, is Amazon. I buy everything from Amazon for the most part. And this is going to give you the little crimping look here, like the little fringe look, similar to the treats, so that you can make the treats more realistic. Scissors or a paper cutter. For this project, I usually use my paper cutter, and then if I have to go in, I'll go in and do some trimming if necessary. And of course, you need your glue tape. I may have to switch out because it looks like I'm running out here. But if you see another glue tape in the video, that means that I ran out. Okay, and you'll also need a glue gun. This is my rechargeable glue gun. I know at first the verdict was out. I wasn't sure if I liked it, but it's growing on me. It's been working, so I'll link that for you all as well. And then we have all the snacks that go into the box, pretty much the snacks that are associated with the labels. All right, so this video may be a little bit longer than my other videos because I'm going to show you how I wrap my snacks. I'm not going to wrap all of them on camera because my technique is the same for most of them, but I'll show you, you'll get the gist of how I wrap my snacks, and that may take some time because I'm going to go through the entire process. Okay, so we're going to start with the Pringles. So this is the bottom label, and I have the lid somewhere in here. All right, and so this is for the lid. And you'll see the difference. So this is on sticky paper because I like to pop this open and stick it right on top. And this is just on regular thin photo paper. And what I'll normally do is just put some glue tape on there and then tape it around. All right, let's go ahead and start with the Pringles. Sometimes my paper cutter doesn't cut properly. That's why I don't use it as much. And then I'll have to come in with the scissors, and it's just, additional time, additional work you have to do. So the scissors sometimes are just easier, especially if I end up having to go in with the scissors anyway. But of course, if you do it right, with this, you can get a really good cut. And I didn't do it exactly right. I don't know if you can tell. I have some white edges, but that could be a part of the decoration. So I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. And of course, for the Pringles lid, you have to go in with the scissors. Just cut around the shape. So over the Christmas season, I had Grinchmas Eve boxes, and they were a hit. They were super cute. And so I figured that I would replicate it for Valentine's Day and create these Cupid boxes because they were really a hit. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just pop this off. You know what I haven't tried? I haven't tried the domes yet. That's on my list of things to do. I know I can do it, but I just haven't sat down, gathered the materials to make it happen. Seems like it could be a bit tedious. I'm gonna give it a try one of these days. So I just stick it right on there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and use my glue tape, put it on each of the edges in the middle, and then two more sticks just to be sure that it will stay. And then you just kind of make sure that, you know, it's centered. You may have to move it around a little bit because sometimes it doesn't align in the back, and I don't like that if it doesn't like perfectly align. My OCD won't allow me to keep it that way. But if it's not cut properly, it's not going to align anyway. So that's close enough. Oh my God, I am obsessed with party favors. They're so versatile. You can do so much with them. Cute. All right, so next thing that we're going to do is, let's see what's up next. We're just going to go in the order that I have it. We have the Fun Dip. Okay. So with the Fun Dip, you can either wrap it up, which I'm going to do here, or you can create a label and just stick it. And so that's what I did with this one. So this is something else I'm working on. This is going to be so much fun. So I'm going to include markers with this package so that, you know, you can have an activity and color and enjoy the treats as well. But that's neither here nor there. I just want to let you know that there are different options. So I'm just going to use the scissors just because it's easier. And the technique that I'm using for the Fun Dip, I use the same technique for everything else with the exception of the items that I have to label, like the Capri Suns. Obviously the Pringles is going to be different, but for literally all of my other snacks, it's the same technique. It doesn't matter how big or small. So you're going to cut it out, right? And then you see the lines, those are your guidelines so that you know where to fold. So I fold right along those lines. And if you have any excess, you can just cut it right off or just glue it. So you see, this is a big flap. I'm probably just going to cut off just a little bit, because it doesn't have to be that long. And so anyway, I'm going to cover it, but I just didn't want it to be that long. All right, so next thing we're going to do is take the glue tape and you're going to go around the edges. So we're going to go here and then you're going to go this way. And I know some folks, they'll do the entire thing, put the package in and then seal it. I like to just leave it halfway open, stick the item in and then seal it. That works out better for me, but make sure you use the technique that works for you. That's what's most important. All right, so this is the sticky side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, ooh, I messed up. I wanted to do, I wanted to put this as a sticky side because I want to cover it. So, hold on, let me think. I'm going to just cut that sticky piece off instead of, and then stick it appropriately. You just have to make sure that it's not too short and that you can still fold it. See, we all make mistakes, it's okay. But I'm gonna fix it though. And then you just fold that piece in. Let's see if this actually works. Yep, look at that. And so all I have to do is fold it over now. It just had to be long enough so that the other side would stick on it. Look at that. You'd be none the wiser. Okay, since the fun dip is just pretty simple, no fringes, no crimps, no cuts, I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, just a wee bit, so that so nothing's hanging. And I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to stick the fun dip in. Turn on my glue gun. Takes a few seconds to heat up. Once that green light stops, then it turns into a solid light, then that means it's ready. Okay. Okay, well that is preparing itself. See? Nothing going on here. I try to keep it as similar to the original package as possible. All right, so we have a steady light. I like to test it just to make sure that it doesn't come out too thick, because sometimes even if it's steady light, it's still like warming up. So this is still giving me a difficult time. Like it's difficult to push. So that means it still needs to heat up just a little bit. So that's better. All right. Because what happens is if you try to put the glue on too fast, then it will dry really quickly, and then you have this hard line in the middle of your, on the top of your treats. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and glue. And I don't think it was ready because it's sticky. I try to seal it really, really quick, just so that it doesn't become chunky. But that one, it's still kind of sticky, so I think it needs to heat up just a little bit more. See, I don't like any overhang. You see that little white piece? That's gotta go. That little white piece has gotta go. I know. I don't know why I'm like this, but it's the little details that are important to me. Just little things that some may not notice, but I notice it. Okay, so now we have a nice straight line. Okay, so the fun dip is done. We're gonna move on to the next treats, and it's gonna be the Kit Kats and or the Reese's. So what I'm gonna do here, I'll probably actually show you the tutorial for how I do the Kit Kat, just so that I can show you how I crimp and how I fringe. And then after that, I'm just gonna get all of these knocked out and then pack everything. All right? Okay, let's go ahead and do the Kit Kat. And I know this looks kind of big, but I'm just gonna add 2 mini Kit Kat bars in here. And I like it to have a little bit of room, because when I put glue at the bottom and the top, that actually takes away from the space that I have in the actual package. So it looks pretty big, but everything will fit comfy cozy once it's complete. So again, it's the same technique as I did with the fun dip. The only difference is going to be that I'm going to crimp the ends with both my paper crimper and my zigzag scissors. I keep calling it the crimping scissors. I guess it could be called the crimping scissors, but they're zigzag scissors. Same thing, fold it right at the line. On each side. So this is a little big. I probably can fit 3 Kit Kats in here. And I may size down next time, because it's a little bigger than necessary. So same thing. I'm just going to cut a little off one of the sides. And since both of the sides are the same, I don't really have to worry about what's going to go on top. But I'll just put that side on top. All right. I don't know if you can see that. It's like the glue from the glue gun. Okay. Okay, you're gonna put the glue tape on each of the sides again. The side that does not have glue, that's the side that you're gonna fold in. Ooh, no, no, no. It kind of got stuck, so I had to take it off quickly before I had to restart. And then follow the other side that actually has the glue tape. All right, so you have the same thing as the fun dip now. So now I like to go in with the crimping scissors. So don't go up too far, because if you go up too far, then you're gonna get rid of the glue tape and then it's gonna open. So just crimp the bottom. So when I put the glue tape on, I usually just bring it up just a smidge. I don't put it exactly on the line, just in case I go up too far, I still have some space to work with. So you have the little zigzag. And now I'm just gonna go in with the fringe. So actually, the Kit Kats doesn't, they have a little fringe. So we'll go in with the fringe anyway. It's tiny though. Just gonna do it just a little bit. So can you see the fringe? All right. Now we're just gonna go ahead and add the treats. Boop. Boop. I like to lay them down actually. Okay, so we have a lot of space, some wiggle room in there. All right, so now we're just gonna go and secure the top. Now that the glue has been warming up a little bit, it may work better. Okay, and I like to put the glue on the back. It's just a preference. Oh yeah, it's coming out much better. You don't see it's not sticky. I'm not fighting with the glue like I was. And I like to press it down quickly still, because it will still dry and get hard if you don't do it quick. And even if you have like a little bit of glue just hanging out the back, you just pull that off and just know you're gonna cut that piece off anyway. So I'm gonna cut that piece off and do the same thing. All right. Crimpity, crimpity. So there you have it. Got your Kit Kat. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how I put the labels on the Capri Suns. And then everything else, like I said, is the same exact technique. So no need for me to show that again. Okay, so let's find the labels for the Capri Suns. And let me tell you, when I first started to do this, even still, sometimes the Capri Suns can be a pain just trying to get the label to stick nicely and not have any wrinkles, but it's impossible to be completely wrinkle free. So I just do the best that I can at this point. But when you are super particular like me, it's so annoying when it doesn't come out perfect. So again, just use my scissors, cut around the outline. And I put the labels on the back. I know some folks put it on the front, but you have to deal with taking off the straw, putting a hole in the label. And then, of course, the guests can't see what flavor they're drinking. So if you keep it on the back, at least you don't have to deal with all those extra steps, and the guests can see which flavor they're drinking. So I try to straighten it out as much as possible. Obviously, it's already wrinkled, so it's not going to be perfect anyway. All right. And I just like to peel just a little off, just the top, so that it doesn't stick on itself. And if I mess up, I can, you know, remove it without issue. And then I try to align it as much as possible, right in the middle and right at this bottom line. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so I'll smooth it. All right. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and just take the back end off. So now it's going to start to stick. I'm going to take that off, but I don't want it to stick just yet. Like, I don't want it to stick completely. And I'll just smooth it down the middle, just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it to the side with the label down, and then just kind of like rock it back and forth gently. And then at that point, I like to smooth the sides. So the idea is to get this label as smooth as possible without many wrinkles. And I'll smooth the top again, give it another little wiggle. And I think that turned out pretty good. Okay. Okay, so I showed you how to label the Capri Suns, the Pringles, Fun Dip, Kit Kat bars, and the other items I have are Nerds, Mini Chips Ahoy, Rice Krispie treats, and some Reese hearts. And so the Reese hearts are going to be the same as the Kit Kat bars. I'm just going to stick them in a bag like that. So I'm going to make that happen and then come back and show you how I pack everything. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I know this video was a little long, but I just wanted to walk you through the process as promised. And again, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and follow me on my other socials. I'm pretty new at this. This is what, my third or fourth video, and I just started my Party Favor business in July, and I'm starting to see some traction, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited about what the new year, what 2025 has to offer, and I'm looking forward to interacting with you all. So you guys have a fabulous day, and I'll see you in my next video.